When I first started teaching here at UB, I spent so much time trying to develop lectures for my classes. And I remember one day in particular, I had taken this incredibly vast amount of material and just distilled it down to its essence, sort of over distilled it down. And when I shared it with the class and let those pearls of wisdom spew from my mouth, I was fully expecting them to be blown away by this wonderful presentation, and instead they were just sitting there scratching their heads. Why? Because I had presented something to them that would be perfect for experts, but pretty bad for people who are on the pathway towards being experts. And I realized at that moment, I had no philosophy, no idea behind how to develop material for my classes. Later at UB, I started listening to other people about how they approach things, and I was very much influenced by a man named Ron Gentile, who is now professor emeritus in the Graduate School of Education. And Ron had a definition for what a professor is. He said a professor is an expert, but there's all sorts of experts. A professor is an expert who remembers what it was like not to be an expert. And in many ways, that kind of became my teaching philosophy, to realize that you have to bring students along a path. You have to allow them to experience those things that you experienced as you went through. And you have to be open to the idea that they may choose a different path than you did, or a path may be better for them than it was for you. I think part of that teaching philosophy is also about responsibility. And it's to share with the students that you have a shared responsibility for the learning, and that you have a responsibility for helping them along the path, but they have a responsibility for taking the material seriously and putting their effort into it as well.